Well, what was your take yesterday? You called me up and said, "Get me out of here."
Oh, get me out of here because like I show up there, had to be 8 o'clock. The crane was set, boom was up, outriggers were down, boom was up in the tree. Big poplar had to be 120 feet and a big spread on it. Short of it is, it's two Hondurians and a contract climber and the owner of the company. So he has a chipper where he has a pickup with a dump trailer. That's about a 30-yard trailer, he said. I don't know. I don't think it was 30 yards. And then a chipper behind that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he ever pulled that much. If he filled that thing with chips, the
Oh, he
weight on
can't.
that.
He can't fill the whole thing.
Yeah, no way.
It's not even half.
Right.
So the short of it is, we get there, and now he's a landscaper who turned tree guy.
Trying to turn tree guy.
Huh?
Trying to turn.
Trying to turn. And he's been doing it for a year. And it was just, don't you, like, you get this feelings about people. You know, we're all pretty intuitive to a certain degree when you have a lot of run-ins with people. And maybe I saw a little bit of me in him. Like, I don't want to say shystiness, but like, just something. And it took an hour. When I showed up, the climber didn't get put in the tree till about 9 o'clock. It was like an hour of doing nothing. We were just standing around. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And it was a narrow driveway with arborvitaes on both sides. The driveway was maybe 10 feet wide. You saw it, the end of the driveway.
Uh-huh.
So here comes the first pick. And it's a multi-limbed lead coming down. Nobody knows how to run a saw. And so, nobody's grabbing the butt of, the piece coming down, trying to spin it. And it's like, you have a saw in one hand, you're trying to spin it, you got to put the saw down, but here comes the limb now near the saw. And people are just watching you. And you start cutting. And the owner of the company was telling the operator to start laying it down. And I'm like, no, let's get the stuff out from under it. It's staying, the crane's holding it. We can grab this brush out. Next thing you know, the wood from the lead that had to be over 40 feet long is laying on all this brush. He doesn't want to bring the skid steer up the driveway to pull the wood out in the beginning. And it's like, we got to cut the wood. And then I'm like, bring the skid steer up to drag the wood out. He's like, no, I don't want to damage the driveway. And I was cutting it, and they were trying to drag these thick pieces of poplar out. Had to be over 18, 20 inches in diameter at, 8 feet long. It's like, what are you doing? Let me cut it up at least. And I was like, you know what? Forget this. So I grabbed my backpack. Oh, this is what happened. I said, forget this. I'm leaving. So I walked around to the neighbor side, and I grabbed my backpack. I started walking up the street, and I said, forget this. I'm walking to Dan's. And I hear, Tom, where are you going? I said, oh, I'm going around the corner. No, where are you going? I said, I'll be right back. And he runs after me. And I was like, damn, I felt bad. So I was like, all right. I was just looking to go to the bathroom somewhere, whatever I said. So then that's when I called you. Now, if you had came right away, I would have left with you.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
You would have left that guy high and dry.
Oh, those guys, yeah.
They would have been
even
screwed.
the climber was like, look, you saved me. And I'm like, how did I save you? You're the one climbing. But, even a crane operator was appreciative. And I got to give a shout out to Thackeray and Bob Wilson, crane operator. Very good.
Cool.
Yeah, he was.
I thought he made pretty good time on that second oak.
The whole top piece, even though nobody here would know what it looks like other than you
right.
did, he did it in one piece.
Right.
I thought it was going to be multiple pieces.
Right.
But
so what did he do with some of the lower limbs? Did he do them individually?
He did them individually.
So how many picks on that tree? That was only like...
It was only like, for brush and like the 6, not even that, maybe
right.
4 or 5.
Okay.
And then for the logs, it was easy. The last pick was 7 tons, and that was a 40-ton crane. So we did that relatively easy. But I'll tell you what, when he did that top, it was leaning away from the crane.
Yeah.
It did bounce quite a bit.
Did the outriggers come up?
I didn't notice, but I was like, wait a minute.
Well, it was either the boom was moving or the outriggers were moving.
But no, the boom was moving, definitely. I saw that, so I you know,
Yeah.
from the angle I was at.
Did it come off hard, or did it just come off light?
No, it came off all right, but it was just the angle he was out
Right.
reaching, and that's, I'll tell you, as the climber when he was up there, it's like that's always difficult when you're picking in front of you on an out, you know.
And if that boom comes over, it's coming right at you.
Yeah, I mean, there's that video we see on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I like things being picked away, not over top of you. You know, one. But that's it.